Hello, this is Spidey1958 and welcome to a new Let's Play, Modded Satisfactory Early Access. This is heavily modded, but with the release of it for Steam, and Steam will support mods, though currently you have to manually install them, I thought I'd start a new Let's Play and show you some of the mods as we play along and just see how it goes. So let's go ahead and we have 4 areas we can choose from. This has lots of open space. This has really good resources, but a lot more dangerous. That's spread out a little. That's really spread out. Let's go ahead and try. This is probably the best starting area, but it's also probably the most dangerous and the least space to build in. But let's go ahead and start with this one anyway. So we'll select that. We'll call it Modded Let's Play. We'll keep it as a private. Normally I would skip the intro, but since some of you may be new to Satisfactory or considering buying it and stuff like that, we will actually go through the whole beginning game, which is basically the tutorial. So let's go ahead and let me check my sound levels, because that's always an issue. We're going to turn off. Let's turn the master volume down to 40. Let's turn the dialogue up. And the other noises we'll leave about there. Hopefully they won't be too nasty. So let's go ahead and apply that. Confirm. New game. And let's start. It'll take a minute here to load. Mods do make a difference in terms of how long the game loads and stuff like that, but doesn't seem to make a huge difference once you're in the game, depending on what you're doing. There are actually some mods that make the game run a little faster by cutting down on the animations. Primarily there's one that hides all your conveyor belts so it doesn't have to do all that drawing. But I sort of like seeing my conveyor belts, so. And this is now available on Steam. We should be getting audio right now.
The following instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated. Fixit pioneers have 3 cyclical assigned pillars of work to ultimately...
Hopefully that volume's okay for you guys.
Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis. Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation. That's it. Get to work and be effective. Warning, planetfall imminent. Please remain seated during full procedure. Atmospheric entry in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Planetfall procedure initialized.
You can look around. The graphics in this game are I really think they're great.
ensure the integrity of your multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%. Remember, efficiency first. Godspeed.
Okay, here we are on our new
Welcome to Planet Massage 2 ABB, your designated sector in the binary star system of Akija. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant, tasked to support pioneers, such as you, in their mission. You are the third of your sector to survive planetfall. Congratulations. Note: objective-based introduction initialized. Welcome to onboarding. First objective: please dismantle the drop pod. The resulting materials will be repurposed to construct a habitat and utility base, from now on referred to as the hub. Note: Fixit Incorporated is cost-effective and efficient. We do not waste.
So this is our landing pod. This is the only time you will get to see it. Okay. Let's go ahead and turn that off.
All important Fixit data and communication is recorded and stored in the codex, including these steps.
This is the codex. Basically, it will give you information on stuff, and it's based on your unlock, so it's only going to show you stuff primarily when you unlock. So right now the only thing we have unlocked is iron plates, and iron rods. The Xenozaptor, the MoarFactory tablet is a mod. I will try to tell you when something's a mod. The hub and craft bench, and all of these are mods. So you can see there are a lot of mods here. This is just from one big mod. Most of these, except these two, are from a different mod. So, and then this is basically explains passengers, cargo, and the bully. So, again, this is from a mod. These are standard for the, well, the passenger train and the cargo are a little different, but they're part of the train part. So, let's go ahead and close this.
Second objective: please ensure you have your Fixit Incorporated Xenozapper equipped before leaving the drop zone.
So we want to get out our
Fixit regulations. Every pioneer should have access to a means of defense against extraterrestrial threats.
This is our only starting weapon.
Familiarize yourself with the resource scanner to find iron. Note: the acquisition of iron is considered essential in preparation for all future objectives.
Okay, so if you hold down V, you can select what you're scanning for. Right now, the only thing we know how to scan for is iron. So, looks like the closest is 430 for that way. 852, 924. So we probably want to go for the closest, which is that way. And on the way, we're going to want to pick up biomass. Whoops. Which is basically plants, and that's what our initial fuel is going to be. Later on, we'll get coal fuel and petroleum and that. We also, there's a mod in here that will give us other power that's not in the base game, and I will point that out as we find it. that plant over there, if you get close to it, will release poison gas, so you want to avoid those. And there's also the, I don't know, bulldogs, or there's some nasty beasts. There's ugly spiders. There's these bull-like things of various toughness that will charge you and hit you. They usually guard your resources. There's some plants that release these sort of buggy things at you. And then there's the sort of creature that spits fire. Another one spits acid. They can be very, very tough to fight, especially when all you have is a zapper. And I've lost what direction we're going. We are going that way. And I will tell you right now that I am horrible at fighting beasties. And we have limited healing capability until we get farming, which is another mod. It's not part of the normal, though we will find berries and stuff like that. And I keep losing where I'm going because I'm talking. Now this is probably one of the best start areas in terms of the amount of raw resources, but it's also fairly dangerous area, in that there's, like there's one of those poison plants I told you about. If we start getting towards it, it will stand up, and you want to get away when you do that, because if you get too close to it, like that, it unfurls and starts releasing a poison gas, as you can see there. And it's a very large area, so you want to not get too close to those guys. And I'm sitting here. Okay. Well, that's the best way down. Not that way. We want to go around here and down this way. Avoiding the poisonous gas. There's another one up there, some more up there. Now later on you get technology where you can build masts that will protect you versus the gas. But that's a ways away. Now there's these like road paths through here. They're not really roads. They're just sort of natural paths. And they're another place you'll quite often find the hostile creatures on. There's also one little cute creature that, if you have berries, you can make your friend. And I will remind people this is still an alpha. It's a very stable alpha with a lot of features, but it is technically still an alpha. So there will be bugs, and there will be new features change and new features that come up. And this is one of just you don't have to worry about them. They're just one of the native life that just sort of wander around, don't bother anyone. Okay, this is our iron area, and there should be a bad guy here. I thought there was a bad guy here. Normally there's bad guys around these things. Oh, yes there is. The worst bad guys, these flowery things. I'm going to run up and try to kill it before... Oops, too late. Yeah, there's these things too. which are not fun. Thought I saw another one. Oh, and here's berries. Oh, actually, these are nuts. There's actually berries too. And the way you heal is you eat something. So if we swap out the berries, we can eat and heal up a little. The berry bushes do regrow, I think, after 3 game days. And that, so let's go ahead and get some iron here. Clear these pads.
4th objective, build the hub. Note, to complete this objective, the resources salvaged from the drop pod will be consumed. Caution, ensure the hub is built on spacious open terrain close to the presence of iron sources. Failure to do so will likely result in non-optimal progress.
Now a lot of these will respawn too if you don't build up around them, so we will have to watch for that as well. We'll clear what we can. Some of the stuff we won't be able to take care of until we have chainsaws. So, okay, let's go ahead and build our hub down here. So if you hit Q, you get the options of everything you can build. At this point we can build the hub, a craft bench, all of this which is from a mod, and the utility signs. So let's go ahead and put down our hub. I can never remember which end is which. I think we want to run it that way. So here we have our basic hub.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature Manual Craft Bench, Hub Feature Hub Terminal. 5th objective, complete Hub Upgrade 1. Note, the Craft Bench and Hub Terminal are essential for progression to the next objective.
Okay, so if we go here, this is where we unlock stuff, and the only thing we can unlock at this point is the hub upgrade, which gives us the equipment workshop, which we don't have it, even though it's in our thing. The portable miner, and gives us 3 more inventory slots. To do that, we need 10 iron rods. So let's go ahead and select the mission. And we're going to go grab all the iron we can. Now these are all pure nodes. Nodes come in 3 types. Pure, normal, and poor. I think it's poor, but I'm not positive. The difference is when you put a miner on it, a poor gives you 30, a normal gives you 60, and a pure gives you 120. Now these rock formations on top of them are always going to be pure, so once you cut it away you can look down and see that this is a pure node. You can't actually take full advantage of a pure node when you first start. You have to build up some stuff in that. So, but initially what we're going to need is just a bunch of iron, so we will get that going. And unfortunately we're going to have to do a lot of hand crafting at first because of that. So we'll go here to our craft bench. You can see everything we can make. So what we're going to have to do here is make a whole bunch of iron. Now I will tell you anytime there's something that's modded. So far we really haven't done any modded stuff. And I will tell you why I selected those mods. I don't have every mod there is, but I have quite a few mods installed. Some of the examples are refined power. Normally you only have 3 sources of power. Biomass, coal, and petroleum. Refined power gives you wind, solar, and water power. So gives you more options. But we don't know how to make biomass yet. And why don't I go ahead and pause the video at this point, and we'll be back after this is done. Okay, back here we basically did all the iron. Let's make a few iron rods. And that should do enough for the moment. So let's go ahead and get our next level going. In these initials, it's assumed the resources you pile in are used to build. Later on, there'll be a ship that actually carries them up to the people. So
congratulations, you have unlocked building workshop, equipment, portable miner, inventory, additional slots, hub feature, personal storage. 6th objective, complete hub upgrade 2. Note, portable miners require no power and will mine a node until their inventory is full. Note, multiple portable miners can be used on a single node.
So let's go ahead and put some of this stuff away for the moment that we're not going to need immediately. Clear up our inventory there. Okay, so if we go to our Q menu now, you can see we can now build the equipment workbench, which takes some steel plates. So let's go ahead and get some of those. Oops, that's not what I want. Okay, that should take care of that for us. We will build our workbench. We'll build it right, or workshop. We will build it right here. And do not know if we can, yes, we can build the portable miners. So let's get 4 of them built. And then what we're going to do, whoops, we need to put them in our hand and then put them. Now I could put all 4 on here, but since I'm going to need these portable miners to build the more automated miners, we're just going to go ahead and drop one on each, because that's the way I tend to like to start it. And these take no power. We'll sit here and basically harvest from them automatically. And I keep hitting the wrong button. I think I would know as much as I played this game. Boop. So this is actually, like I said, one of the best starting locations, because you basically have 4 pure iron nodes right here, and you will need lots and lots of iron for this game. So and let's go ahead and put our Xeno blaster back. You will ultimately get stuff, more hand slots. So, and I should have put that on the other side. Oh well, we're okay. So to go to the next level, what we need is 10 plates and 20 iron rods. And if you notice in the upper right, it shows you what you need. Once you select it, that's what you want. So we need 4 more of those. And we need 20 of these. And if you shift click, it will move them all over, so you don't have to drag them. So now we've got walls. And this will ultimately be our personal quarters.
Congratulations, you have unlocked Hub Feature, Biomass Burner, Scanner Feature, Copper, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively.
So we can now find
Set
copper.
Objective. Complete Hub Upgrade 3. Note. Connect buildings to a biomass burner for power. Note. Buildings such as the smelter require a recipe to be set. Advice. Automate the smelting process and use portable miners for optimal results.
So that's our biomass. That's our initial way of getting power. So let's go ahead and select the next upgrade. We are going to need copper wire. So what we're going to do here, let's see what we can build. Yep, we can now build the smelter. To build a smelter we need copper wire. So let's go ahead and collect our iron ore here from our various little miners. And it doesn't take them long to harvest a bunch of this. And also now if we check our scanner here, we'll discover copper ore. And there happens to be copper ore just the other side of this hill, though there might be something nasty guarding it. Oh, more plants. Plants aren't so bad. They used to be worse because you could never hit anything. As I say as I die horribly. These are called flying crabs for some reason. I don't know why. And I really took a beating there. So we'll grab some copper. Didn't mean to climb the ladder. Okay, and we'll go ahead and pause the video again as I process these manually. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, I'm back. I processed a bunch of the iron. Now let's process some of the copper. See if we can get enough to go to the next level, and then we will probably call it an episode. I may do for more than one episode a day on the weekends. Release, I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but okay, so now we can build wire. Unfortunately, we get 2 to 1 for wire, so we should be fine on getting our hub upgrade. There we are, 42 wire. So if we go over here, we can go zoom and zoom and zoom. Okay. What we also want to do, we just got some new stuff.
You have unlocked Scanner Feature, Limestone, New Buildings and Recipes, which can be found in the Build menu and Craft bench respectively. 8th objective. Complete Hub Upgrade 4. Note. Use power poles to expand the power network for optimal results.
Okay. So let's go ahead and use some of the new stuff we got building. So we now can build smelters and constructors. Smelters are what we're going to build first here. So let's go ahead and build a basic smelter. Boom. And we can't build biomass yet, which is more efficient. Or at least I don't think we can build biomass yet. Nope. So we're just going to have to throw a big pile of leaves in there. And then we're going to have to build cable to hook up the power to that. I don't think we need much cable. Okay. Hopefully that's enough cable. Yep. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and grab the contents out of this. Throw it, set this for iron, throw it in there, and it will start making iron for us. Then, because we're going to need a whole lot more copper, we're going to go here and let's build 2 portable miners. And go throw them here on our copper. Ooh, more nuts. And these are things that you can also harvest, but I will wait till we have the thing. Well, no, we'll go ahead and harvest them now. But I don't think it will give us the message if we don't have the research tree open. Nope, it doesn't. It will give us a message when we find that stuff once we have the research tree open. But that's for a future episode. So we have those going, and I think we will do some processing of that off camera, and next episode we will continue on. So leave me a like or a comment if you enjoyed this episode, and if you dislike the episode, leaving me a dislike's fine. Please leave a comment saying why you disliked the episode. As always, this is Spidey 1958, and have fun gaming.